Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Before we begin, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Today's video doesn't begin with music or laughter or the usual vibrant energy we associate with Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. It begins with silence, the kind of silence that settles deep, the kind you feel more than you hear. The kind that usually means something is weighing heavily on someone's heart. And today, that someone is Kelly. For more than 30 years, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been a source of light on television, on social media, and in the hearts of millions of families who start their mornings with them. They've made us laugh, made us feel like part of their home, and made the world a bit brighter with their warmth and sincerity. But today's story carries a different tone. Today, it isn't about celebrity news. It isn't about Hollywood glamour. Today is about something real, something deeply human, something every family faces at one point or another: fear, uncertainty, and the reminder of how fragile life really is. A morning that felt different. That morning in New York felt off from the moment Kelly stepped into the studio. The usual chatter was missing. No bubbly laughter from the makeup room, no energetic footsteps from the production crew, no typical pre-show excitement. Mark noticed immediately. Kelly's smile, usually so effortless, so bright, just wasn't there. Her eyes carried that quiet heaviness that only comes from nights spent thinking too much and sleeping too little. "Are you okay?" Mark asked softly. Kelly hesitated, then whispered, "I'm just thinking a lot." And in that moment, Mark understood. Something had shaken her deeply. Trying to hold it together. As showtime approached, Kelly attempted to push through. She rehearsed, she nodded politely, she tried to fake little smiles here and there, but her mind wasn't in the studio. Her mind was somewhere else, somewhere filled with worry, fear, and memories of the hospital she had rushed 2 days before. Seconds before the cameras went live, she took a deep breath. Her eyes, though, they told the truth she didn't want to say out loud. The show began like any other. Light banter, small jokes, quick smiles. But halfway through, Kelly's voice suddenly cracked. She paused, looked down, and with a trembling breath, she said, "Sometimes life reminds you how fragile everything really is." The entire studio froze. This wasn't scripted. This wasn't planned. This was real-life heartbreak peeking through live television. Mark immediately leaned closer, gently whispering, "It's okay. Take your time." For a moment, the always strong, always put together Kelly looked like someone fighting back tears she could no longer hold. The phone call that changed everything. Kelly began sharing, slowly, vulnerably. A few days ago, the Consuelos family received a phone call, one of those unexpected ones that change everything in a moment. A very close family member, someone they loved deeply, had suddenly become seriously ill. Kelly had rushed to the hospital instantly. The cold smell of the corridors, the distant beeping of machines, the sterile rooms, the quiet conversations that feel heavier than the loud ones. All of it stayed with her. Later that night, she told Mark, "I realized how fast life changes. How one phone call can turn your whole world upside down." Since that night, nothing felt the same. She couldn't sleep. Food didn't appeal to her. Even work felt like a world she couldn't fully step back into. Mark stayed close, holding her hand, comforting her, grounding her in silence, but the fear lingered. What if we lose someone we love? The question replayed constantly in her mind.
breaking down on air, and being human. Back on the show, as Kelly spoke, memories of that hospital moment flooded back. Her voice trembled, her eyes glistened, her composure slipped. Viewers watching live saw something rare, something far more real than any performance. A woman facing the fear of losing someone she loves. A couple holding each other up through quiet heartbreak. Mark reached for her hand under the desk, squeezing gently. "We'll get through this together." Simple words, but they carried the strength she needed to breathe again. A family moment that changed everything. After the show, Kelly didn't stay backstage. No small talk, no makeup retouches, just silence. At home, as she and Mark sat together in their living room, the same room filled with decades of memories, Mark asked softly, "What hurts the most?" Kelly stared at the floor before answering, "Time. How fast it goes. How grown our kids are. How fragile our parents have become. How quickly everything can change." Her voice cracked. "I just don't want to lose anyone." Mark pulled her into his arms. "That fear means you love deeply. And love doesn't disappear." His words didn't erase her pain, but they steadied her heart. The family dinner that healed her. The next day, Kelly made a decision. She called her kids and invited a few close family members over for dinner. When everyone sat around the table, she stood and said with a trembling smile, "We rush through life. We forget the little moments. I don't want fear to be the thing that reminds us how much we mean to each other." Her family surrounded her in hugs, holding her arms, kissing her forehead. That night, to everyone's relief, Kelly slept peacefully. A stronger tomorrow. When she returned to the studio the next day, Kelly looked different. Not untouched, not magically healed, but stronger. Calmer. More grounded. Facing the audience, she said, "Thank you for your kindness. I just want to remind everyone that behind the cameras, I'm human too." Mark stood beside her, smiling with pride. "She's the strongest person I know." The studio erupted in applause. Viewers flooded social media with messages of love and support. Later that evening, as Kelly and Mark stood on their balcony overlooking the city lights, Kelly whispered, "I feel lighter today." Mark smiled. "I told you. We're stronger together." Love isn't perfect. Sometimes it shakes. Sometimes it trembles. Sometimes it breaks open right in front of millions. But true love, real love, holds on, listens, heals, and grows stronger through vulnerability. And today, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos reminded the world of exactly that. If this story touched your heart, if you know how life can change in an instant, if you believe that every family faces moments that test their love, heart, please like, comment, and share the video to send your support to Kelly and Mark. Sometimes the most heartbreaking moments are the ones that bring us closer together.